Hey guys, so I'm just going to be straight with you. Today has been a long day, super stressful. I just wanted to come home, comfort food, whatever, go to bed, yada yada yada. Well, I open the fridge, my neighbor comes over, she takes care of the dog. She knows I eat mainly a carnivorous diet, but every once in a while I like some veggies. She threw a couple bags of 365 broccoli slaw in there. I think that's the Whole Foods brand, shredded broccoli slaw. But anyway, it's just shredded raw broccoli. I think there's some trace carrots in there, but it's not very much of anything. And I went to work and I threw some bacon in a skillet, fried it up, left the grease in it. I went ahead and took some leftover steak from last night, chopped it up in a couple pieces, left it in there, mushrooms in there, broccoli slaw in there, took some pork rinds, layered it all over the top of it to kind of have that hibachi gritty taste, that taste that almost draws you in and makes you want to eat something. It's like, damn, man, that's good. And then I took some Slap Your Mama hot seasoning and I sprinkled all over it heavily and just tossed it like a chef toss kind of deal. Oh my God. Wow. Let me show you. So I've got some bacon. Pan's heating up right now. Don't need very much, that's it. So real quick, let me cover what I've got here. I've got some low sodium bacon from Walmart that simply doesn't have any junk in it. Some broccoli slaw from 365 or any kind of shredded broccoli. Mushrooms, some leftover steak from last night, Slap Your Mama hot seasoning, and I crush up my own pork rinds. Sometimes people put psyllium husk in there as well for a little bit of fiber, but I put my own pork rinds in this jar. And then you can use some additional bacon bits to add even more bacon flavor, design to it, stuff like that. And it even tastes pretty good. It's a little crunchy and it's excellent. So this is my food base that I'm working with right now. Okay, so now that I've got the bacon starting to crisp up around the edges and stuff, I'm going to go ahead and throw the mushrooms in there. That's about a quarter a container of one of the large containers. Fry them up until they get nice and cooked, and then we'll go to the next step. Okay, now it's time to throw in the leftover steak. Fry that around a little bit, and we'll go to the next step. Okay, now that we've got that done, let's go ahead and throw some of this broccoli slaw on top. Could be generous with it. All right. We'll fry that for a couple minutes and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, now that we've got it fried up a little bit, it's time to take some of our pork rinds and sprinkle over the top to kind of give it some of that grittiness that you would get at the hibachi grill. It's probably like a quarter to a half of a cup. That works. Now we'll fry it around and toss it a little bit before we go to our last step. Okay, so now we're on to our last step. We're going to take the Slap Your Mama seasoning. Slap Your Mama hot. You can find it at almost any Walmart. Now be generous with it. Toss it around. Give it about 15-20 seconds. Let that heat really bring everything together, and then we'll go ahead and pull it out. Okay, there we are. Wonderful in all its glory. The most perfect meal that I've had in a long time. This did it for me today after a long day, and this was just phenomenal. And I know it's not on a fancy plate or anything like that, but when you've worked long days and you don't get home until 9 o'clock at night, a paper plate goes right in the trash, and it's all about the food that you put on it. You guys be blessed. Take care. Remember, like and subscribe.